And today we'll start our video by pressing record, which we failed to do a few minutes ago. But anyway, let's start again. So we had a swing arm, Centurion swing arm, and this is the board, the PC 1051 version 2.2. It was inspected 2019, and what the arm was doing was just cluck, 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 and then closed. And oh man, we bought a new arm, brand new arm, cost a fortune, and Centurion told us to check the cabling, replace the arm, do everything. So we did. The cabling is relatively simple. Redid all the cabling and still nothing, which brings us down to the controller, right? So generally on a controller, I'm looking fuses, could be a problem. We'll get to that. If this chip is cracked, or any obvious, because these things are notorious for ants, right? The ants kind of get in there and they make little nests and destroy the circuitry. So I'm not seeing anything obviously wrong. So we've got to check the fuses. There's 259 fuses, another glass one here. No idea what size that fuse is, but excuse me, another little controller over here. And so I think let's start with the fuses. Now they are very, very hard to get out. So my suggestion is get a vise with some aluminium soft jaws from Temu. I'm going to try to do this with my knee. And you don't really want to be clamping it up on any of these, because obviously you're going to damage the electronics. So I found the display a really, really good spot, because it's nice and flat. So it makes a great spot to get your vise on. And you really want it quite tight, you know, and that way your board is nice and tight and you are not damaging any of the electronics here, which are very important because these control the motor and everything. So you do want to make sure your board is nicely clamped up. 2019 board. And you can try and pry out these fuses with a screwdriver or something, but I find I have a special fuse removal tool that just kind of just really gets them out really easily. So fuses out, and it's very effective on Centurion product, because as you can see, 3 fuses out, and we can test the fuses and see if they're okay. Or, you know, my advice is just replace the fuses, because you never know, there was burnt or something. Failing that, I think your next stop is to check this chip. You may find this does get in the way. There is a special piece of kit to test the chip, but this controller might get in the way. And look, personally, I don't think it's very important. So the fuse removal tool will take care of that one also quite nicely. Obviously, you've checked for that. Now he's going to check this chip here with our chip tester. And I think that about covers it, really. Let's take a look at it and see. So all we really need to do now with this board, because, you know, we've had to replace the board and the arm and everything. So it is, I personally, I didn't see anything wrong with the chip, because as you're cutting through, what you're actually doing is looking for cracks. You got your fuses out of the way, you got this other board out of the way. So really all we need to do is just nip that other board on, put a couple of new fuses in. Look, I don't think it really matters. Put in any size fuse. It really isn't going to matter. And plug it in. I think we'll be good to go. So this is a Centurion swing gate motor controller for you. And yeah, apart from that, guys, I hope this video helps you.